Kamar Lalbachan, the owner of the vessels, the Lady Nayera and the Seawolf, which is detained along with 12 fishermen in Venezuela, said the crew appeared in Venezuelan court on Monday, and although they were not charged with any offense, they were told that they could spend several weeks in detention as authorities in Venezuela was granted 45 days to conduct an investigation. The information was conveyed to family members on Tuesday who are now further unnerved by the men's needless detention, despite efforts at the diplomatic level to have them released. On Thursday, January 21, the two vessels were intercepted by Venezuelan naval vessel Commander Hugo Chavez while operating off the coast of Winey Point in Guyana's waters. Those detained are Tony Garraway, Errol Gardner, Arlen Roberts, Christopher Shaw, Shervin O'Neill, and Randy Henry from the Sea Wolf crew. Those detained from the Lady Nayera crew are Richard Ramnarine, Ramlakan Kamal, Nick Ragubar, Javin Boston Michael, and Joel Joseph. Speaking with the newsroom on Tuesday, the wife of Arlen Roberts, Tricia, said she heard from him on Tuesday, last informing her that he was at Winey, the same area where the men were detained 2 days later.
Well, yes, he's my husband, so I have to be concerned. A 3-year-old, and I am pregnant right now. I'm supposed to be giving birth anytime, early February or so.
Meanwhile, a crying Sandra Singh is also pleading for the release of her husband, Ramlakan Kamal.
I'm glad for taxi because right now we have things for cook. Yesterday my sister come and buy a cup of flour and sugar for me. So since he got today, I think 13 days now. I mean, I hear nothing from him. Only yesterday I see picture. I'm glad if he can come home because he right now he's punishing me.
The newsroom also spoke briefly with Tony Garraway's wife, Anissa, who's also pregnant and suffers from complication relating to asthma. She said apart from the reports in the media, she has no other information on her husband. Anissa said she was concerned about the length of time that the men have been at sea and now detained with limited food and water. Venezuela's foreign minister has assured that the crew members are being treated with utmost respect for their human rights. During a virtual meeting with Guyana's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation UTAD on Monday, the foreign minister undertook to pursue the early release of the men. There is still no clear indication on when that would be, as Venezuela insists that the men were fishing in waters that Venezuela now claims to be theirs. Guyana maintains that the Venezuelan vessel is illegally maneuvering within Guyana's exclusive economic zone and contiguous zone when it intercepted, boarded, and commandeered the Guyanese fishing vessels. On Monday, TUD dispatched a note of protest to the Venezuelan authorities. TUD summoned the charge d'affaires of the Embassy of Venezuela to transfer the protest note from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Guyana to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Venezuela. The protest note firmly condemned the illegal detention of the captains and crew of the Guyanese registered fishing vessels and called for their immediate release. It is noted that the latest hostility follows closely on the heels of a decree recently issued by President Nicolas Maduro, which purports to establish a new maritime territory of Venezuela called Territory for the Development of the Atlantic Facade, encompassing Guyana's territorial waters, exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf, as well as its land territory west of the Essequibo River. Guyana has emphatically condemned this Venezuelan decree as a flagrant violation of its sovereignty and sovereign rights and the fundamental rules of international law.